Welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. My name is Leo Connors, and I'm your host. And tonight, I got a very special guest. My guest also has his own show here on Public Access Nashua. Scott McCullough. His show's called Special Talk. Scott, it's been a while. You've been asking to come on the show, and it's finally here, buddy. Nice to have you on. Scott, we're going to get right into it. We're only doing a half hour tonight, so I want to get right into it. Scott, where'd you grow up?
Nashua, New Hampshire.
Nice, okay. And were you a wrestling fan all your life?
Oh, yes. And my favorite is, I'd say, Triple H.
Triple H?
Sasha Banks.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, Stephanie on Salsa One.
Yeah, but the locals. You like the locals, right?
I wish there was a way we could get Triple H to come to a
show,
too. But there's not got to be a way.
Yeah, I hear. As a matter of fact, I got to tell you something real quick. A teacher at my school, I work at Mount Pleasant Elementary, she graduated with Triple H. Whoa. And their reunion's coming up. So I am going to ask her to see if she can hook me up with Triple H, so you never know, Scott. If I get him to come on, you're going to have to co-host it with me. How's that?
Oh, yes.
All right, I'll make a deal with you. If I can get Triple H on, you're going to do it with me.
And
all
you
right?
need, ladies and gentlemen, please check on In the Ring and Other Sports. It's awesome.
Nice.
I'd like to say hi to your old co-host.
Derek?
Derek, if you're listening, dude. Hey, what's up, Chief?
Nice. That's awesome. Derek, we love you, kid. See that? And the guests love you, too. All right, Scott, listen, let's get right into the Hell in the Cell results last night. What a pay-per-view. The show kicked off with the kickoff show like they always do. They have a match, and it was Chad Gable and Sheldon Benjamin defeated the Hype Bros. Now, I don't know if you've been following it, but it looks like the Hype Bros are going to be breaking up because they went for their finishing maneuver, right? And Chad broke it up. They were trying to do it on Sheldon, and then next thing you know, they rolled up. Not Mojo. What's his partner there?
Oh God.
Oh, what what's his name? I can't. Hello, Zack Ryder.
Yes, Zack Ryder
rolled them up. Got the 1, 2, 3. After they hit that flying bulldog off the top rope, and that was it. But it does look like the Hype Bros are coming to an end, which kind of surprised me. I thought they were a pretty good team. You know?
Oh yes.
Then the regular Hell in the Cell show kicked off, and with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship was on the line.
Now the Usos. I don't like it.
Usos were taking on the champs, the New Day.
New Day Rocks.
Yes, New Day Rocks. But
hopefully I'm not hurting his ears.
Yeah, hopefully not. But the Usos won the title for the 5th time.
Oh,
what do you think about the Usos? You like them?
They're a little bit cocky.
They are cocky, but they're a good tag team.
They say in the storyline they're supposed to be cocky. In real life, they're like down to earth.
Oh, they probably are. I've never met the Usos, so I would like to. You know, I've met a lot of wrestlers, but I haven't met a lot of guys. I haven't met the Usos.
I would love to see. I think the real name of Triple H is Paul Levesque. Is his real name.
Yes, that's Paul Levesque. We can talk about him after if you'd like. That's for sure, because I know it's your favorite wrestler. But you said earlier that you like the local guys like Triple H and Sasha. What about Kofi? You like Kofi?
Oh, yeah.
Kofi's awesome, huh?
Oh, yes.
His what is it? Thunder in Paradise.
Yes.
Spin and kick is a pretty good finishing maneuver, huh? You like that one? Absolutely. All right, let's get through this so we can talk about your favorite wrestler, okay? In a few minutes.
Yes.
Next up, we had Randy Orton as he defeated Rusev with the RKO out of nowhere.
Or how the heck he does that.
Oh, Randy Orton like this. Yeah, that's the pose. Isaiah, you know my grandson, you must see his, like when I post about him on Facebook.
Oh, yes.
I have a picture of him standing with the belt, and he's got this look. I swear to God, Scott, if you've seen it, you'd be like, that's the Randy Orton pose. He does a really good job.
And I wish they would come back to Manchester, but it ain't looking like they're going to be coming back.
In a while. They've been coming to Lowell, though.
Oh, yes.
So that's not too far, Scott, to check out down in Lowell. You know?
Oh, yes. Basically, I told my coach, I said, if you guys can find out when they're coming back.
You want to be there,
I
huh?
definitely like SmackDown more than I like Raw.
It's funny that you said that. I do, too. Actually, SmackDown, I really am enjoying SmackDown more than Raw lately. I really have.
Yes, because Kurt Angle is now the new general manager of Raw.
Right. Well,
I don't like it.
Let's just bang through this, and then we can definitely talk more about WWE, okay? And if we want, we can forget about the Red Sox loss today. But let's get through this. Next up was the U.S. Championship match. Now, on the kickoff show, they decided to let Ty Dillinger into the match.
Yeah, that's
which costed
strange.
AJ Styles his title as Baron Corbin. After AJ hit Ty with the phenomenal forearm, Baron Corbin kicked him out of the ring, jumped on him for the pin for the 1-2-3, and we have a new United States champion who is now holding his very first belt in the WWE. Yes. Actually, it's probably his first belt in all of wrestling because he came from football right to the NXT. You know what I mean?
He's a big boy.
So he's a big boy, and I'll be honest with you, for a guy that wasn't in wrestling beforehand, I will give him a lot of credit. Baron Corbin's a pretty good wrestler. He really has. He's taken to it quick.
Oh, yes.
You know? But like I said, he pinned Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, and is now the new U.S. champ.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure AJ's going to want his rematch soon, maybe as early as tomorrow night, as this is Monday night.
Monday night, October 9th at 6:30, right on the chart, ladies and gentlemen.
You got it, buddy. You got it. Now, next up, we had the Women's Championship, as Natalya was defending against Charlotte Flair. Pretty good match.
Oh, yes.
Ended up in a DQ. Natalya got DQ'd.
Oh,
but
yes.
she retains the title.
Chair.
She retains the title. That's right. Next up, we had the WWE World title as the champ, Jinder Mahal, with the Singh brothers by his side.
Probably
they did interfere, defended the title against Shinsuke Nakamura. I thought Shinsuke was going to win the title last night. I did. I thought he was going to be the very first world champion from Japan. There's been tag team champs from Japan. Professor Tanaka and Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito, you know what I mean? But never been a world champ from Japan. And still hasn't happened, as Jinder Mahal defeated a very dazed Nakamura when he hit with the callus.
I think that's what they call it.
That's what they call it, to finish him off. Next up, we had making his WWE pay-per-view debut, the glorious Bobby Roode defeated Dolph Ziggler. What did you think about that? Do you think did you think going in that Bobby Roode was going to beat Ziggler?
I think that was awesome, because they said that when it said that Bobby Roode as Dolph Ziggler going, you fans don't give up about me.
Yeah.
Because I turn on any type of music I want. I could come in with the Generation X music.
Yeah.
I could come in with Shawn Michaels music, and you fans don't care.
They don't care. You know, I think Dolph should just stick to something. Maybe if you just go back to his own entrance. Forget everybody else's. I think Dolph Ziggler's a hell of a talent in the ring. I really do.
Hey, he needs to act like an adult and not a kid.
Yes, but last night he got rolled up for the 1-2-3, but immediately got up and hit the zigzag on Bobby Roode. Left him laying there as he left the ring. Kind of looked at the end like when he was going up the ramp like he won the match, but he didn't. Dolph lost again.
Now he's 0-2.
For a while, Dolph hasn't won a match in a while.
Yeah.
But hopefully he gets back on track, as I do like Dolph Ziggler. I do like Bobby Roode. I like all the talent in the WWE, like you, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But the main event was next. And Kevin Owens took on Shane McMahon in the Hell in the Cell.
Shane O'Mac tried, but hate to admit he had interference.
It was a pretty good match. They both were on top of the cage, of the cell for a while. And then Shane ended up on the... Kevin Owens ended up on the announcer's table as Shane went back up to the top.
And he got him. He pushed.
He went, let's build up to that. As Shane was getting ready to drop that elbow from the top of the cell, Sami Zayn was out.
Oh, yes.
And what did Sami do?
I think he pushed him off his table.
Pulled
him off the table and had McMahon land right on the table. He said.
And then he took Kevin Owens and put him on top of him to get the 1-2-3.
That wasn't fair. Hopefully there's going to be a rematch of that one.
Well, tell everybody what you think's going to happen Tuesday night.
I think it's going to be a rematch.
Yeah.
Hate to say, Kevin Owens, you're going to get what's coming to you.
But you told me off air what you wanted to say. You said someone's going to come out on Tuesday, even though he's not on the show. You think who's coming out?
I think Triple H is going to come out and say, Sami Zayn, get out here right now.
Wow, do you think he's going to reprimand him, huh?
Or else I'm going to have to come backstage and find you.
Whoa, you think that's going to happen? It could, but
I hope.
What I'm saying, I said to you off there, was Triple H is on Raw.
Yeah.
So that's really Daniel Bryan's call, but you still think Triple H is coming out, huh?
Yeah, they need to basically have somebody, if Shane's injured,
right?
If he's out indefinitely, they need what do they call that thing?
Well, Daniel Bryan's the general manager, but he's running things, I guess. I don't know if you'd call him a president or whatever. I don't really know.
Yeah, he's the general manager of SmackDown.
Right. So with Shane out of the picture, you seem to think that Triple H or maybe Stephanie, or both, are going to come out on Tuesday night.
Yes. Nobody's seen Stephanie since so-called they think somebody at the last pay-per-view knocked her into the table. I said, hey, she was on the rope. She knew much better. She got knocked into the rope.
Well, the last time I saw her on TV on SmackDown was the night Kevin Owens headbutted Vince. She did come out from the back on that night. So she was at the SmackDown tapings that night.
Mad.
SmackDown Live. She was very mad. So I would not be surprised if she's the one that comes out, along with Triple H, them both together, to find out, what the story is with Sami Zayn helping Kevin Owens. That was crazy.
Come on, dude.
That was crazy.
No interference from the outside, in my opinion.
Right. Well, we're going to see what happens on Tuesday. But tonight we got Raw. You excited to watch Raw tonight?
Yes.
I wanted to ask you a question. What do you think about Braun Strowman? Seriously,
he's kind of freaky.
He's a beast, huh? No pun intended, because with the beast incarnate who just defeated him, Brock Lesnar. But are you a fan of Braun Strowman at all? You don't like him. You like the faces, huh? You like the good guys.
I like the good guys.
I like them both.
Braun Strowman.
He's a beast. He's an animal. He's a monster.
Kurt, you call this competition. You either give me competition or I'm going back there. I'm going to find competition. I'm going to drag them out by the hair and make sure I beat the daylights out of them.
You sound just like
competition.
That was just
You give me competition. No.
Wow, that's exactly what he said a couple weeks ago. Nice. So you may not like Braun Strowman, but you sure as hell know what he said, huh?
Oh, yes.
Nice. What are your feelings about Brock Lesnar?
Well, he's a beast.
No pun intended, right? The beast incarnate. What about Paul Heyman?
Say, eat, sleep, conquer, repeat.
Exactly. What about Paul Heyman? You like Paul
Heyman? I'm Paul Heyman. I am Brock Lesnar's, what I call it? Advocate. My name is Paul Heyman.
Nice.
God, please, Paul Heyman, stop that voice of yours. It's annoying.
You don't like him, huh? Paul Heyman's a legend in this wrestling business, though.
ECW.
You got that right. Probably the greatest time of watching wrestling in my life. I wouldn't watch it since 1972, but I'll tell you, that ECW stuff was incredible.
Yeah, then they had that go out of business, and they
brought it back with the WWE version, which was not nearly as good, obviously.
And they had that football. That was a joke.
Oh yeah, Let's not even go there, Scott. Let's talk about what's some of your favorite moments in wrestling history. Let's go there.
I'd say when Triple H came out and first.
When he first came out for the WWE?
When he was injured, he came out from a quad injury.
Oh, that was a lot. Yeah, that was. Do you remember where he injured him? Against who?
Oh God, I forgot who that he was.
Chris Jericho. Because he stayed in the match. Remember, Jericho even put him in the walls of Jericho after he tore his quad.
He's the one. It's Triple H that is to give me the strength to go through getting my shoulder physical therapy, because him and John Cena both went through pain.
Right.
And hate to say, it's not been fun having an injury. I can't do my CrossFit anymore for now.
Right.
I can't do my bowling.
Okay.
I do my Special Olympics bowling. Can't do that this year.
Now, how'd the injury happen to you, Scott?
Basically, I had a ball at practice go boing.
Really?
Went off the shoulder.
So the ball hit you on the
left shoulder.
What were you playing, basketball?
Softball.
Softball. Oh, so was it a pitch or did you get hit?
Pitch.
So you were hit by the pitcher.
Hit by the ball and bounced off the shoulder. And
so you were at the plate when it happened, or you were in the field?
In the field.
Okay, that's what I'm trying. All right, because you said from the pitcher, so it was off. It was off a hit. Somebody hit the ball.
Oh yeah.
Hit your shoulder. What position were you playing?
Pitcher.
So there was pitching involved. So you threw the ball, and the ball would get hit right back to you.
Oh yes. Wow. I think I overdid it with the softball tournament I had recently on September 9th.
Oh, so you've been playing softball.
Then I had my CrossFit thing on roll-a-thon. I overdid it. As soon as I told my doctor that, he gave me that look like.
How long ago was this injury? You said in September it happened, or did it happen before that?
September, right after my softball tournament. I think I overdid it with
this year or last year?
This year.
This year. Okay, so you said September 9th.
Yeah.
So it's been a month since you've had that injury, and you haven't been able to work out at all.
No, they won't. They said, don't even think about going up there. The owner there wants me to go there. I said, dude, I can't.
Right. So the doctor told you to hold off for how long?
He said until it gets physical therapy.
So you've been going to physical therapy?
I'm going to be.
You haven't started yet?
Friday, I believe.
So
this
coming Friday, you'll be going.
Next Friday.
Next Friday, you'll be going to physical therapy.
They're going to meet with me and see how it goes from there. And
right. Well, I wish you the best.
It's not going to be fun.
Right? But you got to do it, Scott. You're not going to be able to get back out there with the Special Olympics unless you go through physical therapy.
And it was because of Triple H to see him come out from injury.
Right.
And John Cena with his never give up attitude.
Right.
He's the one that's giving me motivation to get out there again. And
he gives a lot of people motivation, Scott. He does, you know what I mean? He does a lot with the Make-A-Wish, too. You know what I mean? He's had the most Make-A-Wish than anybody else.
I would love to see him. I'd love to see him come on the show if there's a way we could hook up.
You're kidding me? I would love to have him on the show, but I don't know, man. I know a guy, though, Leonard Kaplan. Shout out to you, Leonard, who's been doing his show for over 30 years in the Malden Revere area and stuff like that. And he's had some pretty big guests. He's had Brittany Brown. You know Brittany Brown? I think she's been on the show, but I know Misty Blue Sims was on his show.
Whoa.
He had a lot of big stars on his show.
We gotta get. You gotta send the stars this way, Holmes.
Yes,
send them this way.
Leonard, we gotta talk. But you know who I got coming up next week, right?
Yeah, who was it? Michael?
No, Maverick Wild is coming on the show.
Whoa.
Do you know Maverick Wild?
Sounds like a wrestler.
Yes, he wrestled on Nitro. He's wrestled for Chaotic New England Championship Wrestling. He's wrestled here in Nashua for the AWA, Jeff Costa's promotion. He ran a promotion on Front Row Wrestling. I'm very excited. I have a lot of questions for Matt. You definitely got to watch the show next week, Scott.
You got to link the...
Oh, I always do. I always send out a link. I'll make sure you can watch it. You know what I mean? It's going to be exciting.
Oh, yes.
You know? Do you go to any independent wrestling around, Scott?
No, basically I've been to when I go with my Special Olympics friends, sometimes we go down to Lowell.
Yep, for the WWE, though, right? You haven't gone to an independent show?
No,
I got to take you to an independent show, Scott.
I heard it's awesome.
You know why? You get to meet the independent wrestlers. You go to the WWE, unless you go where they come in the building, where they leave the building, or meet them at the Kowloon afterwards, right? Because that's, they go there, right?
Oh, yes.
That's
all the drinking, the bars.
Yeah, but if you go to an independent show, you get to meet all the independent wrestlers. You know? As a matter of fact, just before Kevin Owens was signed to the WWE on a Monday, that Saturday he wrestled for Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore. And I had his picture taken with my grandson.
Wow.
It's crazy. Have you ever heard of Colt Cabana?
I've heard of him.
Colt Cabana, he wrestled in the WWE as Scotty Goldman. He was CM Punk's good friend. He does Ring of Honor and all these other groups. And he has a podcast. You ever listen to his podcast, The Art of Wrestling?
I don't think I can, but I can probably have somebody send me out a link.
Yeah, I'll send you a link if you want. His podcast is one of the best podcasts in the world. I think it's the best wrestling podcast out there by far. And I like Jericho's podcast. I like Austin's. But Colt's is better. I'm telling you. You got to check it out.
I would love to find out what happened to Steiner and what's going on with Scott Steiner. Is he coming back to the WWE?
Oh, he'll never come back to the WWE. He's done with the WWE. They won't bring him back. I can pretty much. Why? Why would they need to bring this Scott Steiner back. I'm just
Get
curious.
the ratings.
You think Scott could bring the ratings? He might. He might bring the ratings. Big
Gotta-
Papa Pump was a great character in wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
But I just don't think Triple H will bring him back. He's not.
Yeah.
They don't get along. They don't get along.
Hopefully, if hopefully they're not bringing most of the viewers to tears.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're going to go, wow, he likes Triple H. I say, yeah, I do. His
You
original,
do, but Scott Steiner don't like Triple H.
No.
They don't like each other at all. Scott, at all. I'd like to see the Steiners come back as a tag team.
Oh, yes.
I really would. I mean, they were one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Do you remember the Eliminators by chance? Any tag team?
I've heard of them.
Like you were saying hi to Derek earlier. If you watched our show, you know that me and Derek are huge tag team wrestling fans.
Oh, yes.
We love tag team. My favorite tag team is the Eliminators. Do you remember them? Perry
And when
Saturn
they take
and John
their,
Cronus?
and they go,
The Eliminators finisher was the total elimination where they stood them in the middle of the two of them, and one kicked out the legs while one kicked out the head. It's a fantastic finishing maneuver. And Derek's favorite tag team was the Dudley Boys. You remember the Dudley Boys?
Devon, get the Devon!
Testify, as Derek always said, right?
I'd like to know what the heck happened to them.
Well, glad you asked. Devon decided to, I guess, stop wrestling while Bubba Ray continued. But Bubba Ray just had an injury. He hit his head on the back of a table, and it looks like his career's come to an end. So
Not fun.
No, it's pretty sad, huh?
Come on, Dave. Come on.
Bubba Ray?
Come on, Bubba Ray. Suck it up, boy.
Whoa.
If I can come back from an injury, so can you.
All right,
So can you.
See that, Bubba Ray Dudley? Yeah, Scott wants you to come back. I want him to come back, too, and you certainly know Derek does. Derek is a big part of ECW.
We need him to, hopefully Derek's tuning in. Going,
Derek, hopefully, are you tuning in, Derek? If you are, just so you know, we love you. We love
tell
you.
Tell him if you guys see this, hit me up on Facebook. Let me know how I did.
Yeah. If
I did a little bit too much rocking, let me know.
Yeah, you're doing fine. I think you're doing great, Scott, to be honest with you. I'm glad the days finally come. You were asking me at the beginning, but I had all the shows. You know what I mean? I had so many guests, and then we got you in here for this date, and we can work on getting you another date down the line. Like I said, if I can get Triple H in here, I promise you this. You're going to co-host it with me because you're such a Triple H fan. You know what I mean?
I'd love to get an autograph, but I don't think I don't think Mr. Levesque would do that. He can't.
Do you have any magazines at home with Triple H on the cover or anything?
I don't think I do.
If you can find one, maybe I'll look for you. I actually know his sister.
I know his sister works up at
the World School
daycare center.
Well, the World School. It's not just a daycare anymore.
And his parents live up here in
His parents are from Nashua. I used to see his parents. They go to Milano's. I don't know if they still do, but they used to go to Milano's every Monday night. And I used to work Monday nights. Food. Great food. You like Milano's? He's got the best haddock around, Frank. What's up, Frank? Tell Frank hi. Say hi to Frank.
Hey, Frank. What's up?
What do you usually get when you go to Milano's?
I get the pasta with marinara and cheese. And
nice. They hook you up, huh? It's a good-sized portion, too. Like I said, I worked there for 12 years.
I go there, or I go either there, Subway, or Sopranos, but the prices are going up.
What about Nashua House? You don't like Nashua House?
Oh, yes, I like them, too.
Kinsley House?
Oh, yes, I know the owner.
This turned into a restaurant show. That's all right, though, right? We all love to eat.
I bet you I'm making you guys hungry. Sorry.
I plug Frank's. I plug Milano's on here quite a bit. So maybe we will at the end of the day, too, after the end of the show. We only got a couple minutes left, Scott. Let's talk quickly about the Boston Red Sox, who just, their season ended. They lost 5-4 to the Houston Astros. They lost 3-1. Did you watch today's game?
Oh, yes. I'm going, come on, guys. At least you guys tried.
Right? Bogarts hit a home run.
Oh, yes. In my opinion, sorry to say, fans, I'm going for Cleveland to beat the Yankees tonight.
There's nothing wrong with that. No one's going to get mad about that. The Red Sox are up.
About 7:30, folks.
Yep.
Tune in.
You'll be cheering on Cleveland, huh?
Go Cleveland!
Yeah, I hear you. I'm rooting for the Astros. But today, we had 3 home runs today.
Oh, yes.
Wait, Bogarts hit a homer in the first. And then I think it was the 4th inning when they brought in Justin Verlander to face Benintendi. He took it for a 2-run shot to give us the lead. Right?
And they bring in our closer.
And then they brought in the closer. We ended up losing the game, but in the bottom of the ninth to lead off, Rafael Devers, the rookie sensation, hit it inside the park home run. Now, do you know who made the last out of the season for us?
Oh, God, I forgot who the heck did that.
Dustin Pedroia, the captain.
Poor Dustin. Yep, come on, dude. I look up to you.
Yeah.
What is going on with you?
What I do want to mention is we had a couple of great relief appearances in this series. In the game we won yesterday, David Price came on for 4 innings, and he pitched lights out. Lights out. Gave up no runs. Held on so we could win that ball game. And today, they brought in Chris Sales, who pitched beautifully for 4 innings. They brought him in for his 5th inning, and he gave up a home run to, what's his name? Bregman, right?
Yes.
Alex Bregman, the 3rd baseman. He hit a whole solo shot.
That was cool.
Then we brought in Craig Kimbrell. He came in with runners on base. We didn't get it done. Josh Reddick is the one that ended up driving in the winning run as he drove in Cameron Maybin.
That was cruel.
So the Red Sox season is now over. A lot of people want John Farrell gone.
I want to see him. Come on, folks.
Right.
I want to see him one more year.
I don't.
I'd like to see Veritek.
Right. Yeah, that would be a bad choice for a coach.
Veritek. Get rid of
John Farrell.
Farrell.
All right.
Permanently.
All right. Well, listen, Scott, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Remember, Scott's show is Special Talk. It's on here and there. Make sure you check out the webpage and check out Nashua Access.
And let us know.
Nashua, I'm sorry.
Let us know what you think.
And let us know.
These shows.
That's it.
We're out.
We're out. Peace. Good job, brother.